Hey, what's going on, everyone? James Dan over here. Welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be going over the cast of Survivor 43, the 43rd season of Survivor, which was announced after the conclusion of Survivor 42. Today we're going to be going over the cast and my predictions on how they're going to do in the game, as well as who I think is going to win. So we know right now, there's three tribes: Baka, the yellow tribe; Coco, the blue tribe; and Vessi, the red tribe. And yeah, okay, the gameplay is going to be 26 days. I think that's going to be permanent. The three tribes, I like that, but the Shot in the Dark has returned. I think this might be a permanent addition to the game. And yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, first up is Cassidy Clark. Her hometown is Piano, Texas. She's 26. She currently resides in Austin, and she's a designer. Okay, she's a fashion designer and likes most forms of art, thrifting your grandparents' old clothes and knickknacks. Oh, so she's like a young boomer? No, I'm just kidding. Apparently she would describe herself as groovy, charismatic, and creative. So I think she's gonna play a social type of game. Her pet peeves are narrow-minded, judgmental people, also people who have no reverence for Mother Nature and all her beautiful beings. I think of conservatism when I think of Mother Nature, or I don't know why, but anyways, what is the accomplishment you're most proud of? I fought through many painful experiences and never let it break me or hold me back for long. Okay, so she's gone through a lot. She has a fighting spirit and will be proud of. So she's never going to give up. So she's a determined woman. Also proud of showing my designs in a fashion show. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. She's bold. She's brave. Will this mean she's going to take a risk? Honestly, I don't know. Not always, maybe sometimes, but we'll see. What is something we would never know from looking at you? I've always carried a deep spiritual wonder and appreciation for life, nature, and all of its many beautiful complexities. I can manifest and create anything when I surrender fully to the moment and find acceptance in it. So she is very spiritual, apparently. Maintaining that flow throughout the game will not always be easy, but it's a top priority. Her mom is her hero, of course. She's faced so much adversity. Alright. Okay, she's gonna play most like Kim Spradlin. She was a low-key assassin. I loved seeing a good triple threat win. She played a very. Okay, she's gonna be playing like Kim. So, huh? I don't know how to feel about her. I don't know how to feel about Cassie. I think she's gonna be a subpar player. I think she might make it to jury. She might not. Doesn't really scream fun late to me. Why do you believe you can be the sole survivor? I think I've got the sweet spot in all the right places. I'm physically fit and competitive. I will be an asset to my tribe, but my slighter stature will make me appear non-threatening. Oh, god damn it. What now? Mozilla crash report. Go away. Okay, anyways, yeah. I am intuitive and out of the box thinker, so she's going to try and play a well-rounded game. We'll see how that works. My clever and witty nature will allow me to maneuver and adapt through the unexpected twists in the game. I have the ability to manipulate and persuade others while I don't abuse that in my everyday life. All bets are off on Survivor. My life experiences, optimistic charm, and open minded outlook will allow me to connect deeply with others, disarm them, and form strong alliances. But I can use my logic to stay detached enough to always make the best decision for my game. When the rubber meets the road, I'll do whatever it takes to play in a powerful. Okay, people won't see me coming. Okay, I think Cassidy might be a villain, could potentially be a villain in this season. Potential villain. I don't think she's going to make it too far. She could make it to jury. She has a good shot of making it to jury. But I think people are going to eventually catch up to her, and I think she will be gone. But hey, next, I don't know. But anyways, guys, next is Cody Asamacher. Hopefully, I'm sorry if I botched it up. He's a 35-year-old originally from Preston, Iowa. He lives in Honolulu, Hawaii. His occupation is elevator sales. I did not know you could sell elevators, but okay then. His favorite hobbies are going out with friends, traveling, and being outdoors. So Survivor might very well be his thing. But just because you're good at these are your hobbies doesn't necessarily mean that you'll win Survivor necessarily, but we'll see. He's optimistic, charismatic, and fearless. He hates lazy people, social media addicts, and clipping nails in a public location. Oh, he doesn't like lazy people. I wonder what's gonna happen when he makes contact with a lazy Survivor player. That will get him. That he might get into some drama if he's not calm and collected. What is the accomplishment you're most proud of? He's proud of his relationships with his family and friends. Life would be boring knowing they are for me no matter what, which is comforting. So he is going to likely play a social game as well. All right. What's something we would never know from looking at you? Several of my bottom front teeth are fake. When I was a kid, my older brother strapped me into a sled behind an ATV in a frozen cornfield, and the sled flipped over. Oh my god, he has fake teeth. What? What? Oh my god. Fake teeth? That's crazy. Uh, his hero is Devin Yadoff, a best friend of mine who passed from cancer in high school. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. His loss lit a fire in me at a very young age. That fire continues to drive me to live my life differently, and my parents, as I'm grateful for them selflessly molding me into the man I am today. So there's a chance that his friend may have been. There's always a chance that his friend might have wanted to play Survivor, and if he's playing it for him, that's a lot to bear on his shoulders. He's got motivation. He could make it far in this game. I don't know if he'll win. He might, but we'll see. He's gonna be playing like Malcolm. So yeah, there's apparently he's a likable, physical, skilled, humble player who used that skill set to advance his way through the game. Malcolm and I share multiple character, personality, and physical skill sets. The ability to sit back and sometimes play the role of a fool to the fool who thinks they're fooling you is crucial to the game. Why do you believe you can be Soul Survivor? I know that Survivor and I were meant for each other. Just took us 20 years to realize it. Oh, yeah. Could he be, he could be arrogant, which could hurt him in the long run. But I don't think he's being arrogant here. It might be just what he might. I think it might have been his dream. It could be in his dream. I don't know. My charismatic, fun-loving personality will enable me to build alliances. My competitive edge will keep numbers through winning challenges. Experience being outdoors will help in building shelters and sourcing food. My experiences, profession, and living in different cities has given me wisdom ahead of my time, and I will use that to my advantage in communicating and playing with players older than me, while my active lifestyle and youthful spirit will enable me to relate to younger players. So he thinks so. He's gonna try and play a good social game, but he's also gonna try to be a team player. That's good, no, but I think he could potentially be vulnerable to a blind side. So yeah, do I think he can win? Maybe. I could see him make it to jury, but I don't see him going to the final tribal. Just something about it. Dwight Moore. Huh. Okay. Dwight Moore is a 22-year-old living in Collierville, Tennessee. He was originally from Palo Alto, California. He's a graduate student. He loves skiing, video games, and tutoring and teaching. He's ambitious, he's confident, and strong willed. Hmm. I don't know why. I have this weird feeling that Dwight is going to be an early boot. I don't know why. It's just, this is weird. But anyways, his pet peeves are someone making a reference to The Office within 2 seconds of learning my name, arrogance, and refusal to use turn signals while driving. Ah, I wonder what is the accomplishment you're most proud of. In my sophomore year of high school, I decided to take the ACT just to see how I would do on it, and I ended up getting a perfect score. That was great for college admissions, and it garnered me attention locally and nationally. Due to that, I've had parents in Memphis tell me that they've used me as an example for their kids to show what black people can accomplish academically. It's not the actual score that I'm proud of, it's the idea that hopefully someone felt motivated by seeing black representation in the academic space. Okay, I had liberal vibes here for a second, but okay. Okay, so Dwight is going to be a pretty smart player. He could, I could, if he makes it to jury, I think he can make it to the final three. I think he can. It's either he's going to get booted off early or he's going to make it to the final three. What is something we would never know from looking at you? That I had a whole career as a journalist that rivals that of professionals. All before I entered college, I got into journalism as a kid. I wanted to become president and decided that the best way to learn was to be interviewing other political figures. The list of people I've interviewed includes Cory Booker, Madeleine Albright, Colin Powell, and Condoleezza Rice. I also covered the red carpet at the National Civil Rights Museum's Freedom Awards for many years, interviewing honorees. So he's gone into politics. I'd say he's in politics more of a Democrat. I would say, based on all of what I've heard so far. So yeah, but hey, you know, everyone has the right to believe whatever they want. All right, let's be real. Don't judge anyone for their political beliefs. Just judge their gameplay. His 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 heroes are his parents. My dad was raised in a small town in Mississippi and is now a doctor with his own practice in Memphis, and my mom is a registered nurse turned stay-at-home mom. They've been able to do so much with their lives despite obstacles, thus being able to provide me with so much in my life. Wow! Which Master Barber would you like to play the game most? He wants to play like Wendell from Ghost Island. He made it far due to an extremely strong social game, and I hope to create the same level of bond, such that people will want to keep me around, even if doing so will be detrimental to their long-term game. Also, he performs well in challenges both in the individual and tribal phases when needed. Why do you believe you can be the sole survivor? I can be the sole survivor not just because of my social skills or intellect, but because of the passion that I put into every single thing I do in my life. If I set my mind to do something, I'm giving it everything until I see that the goal's met. So apparently he lacks skills for living outdoors, but many legends of the games lack those skills initially as well. That's true. He's been open to learn. So he is very adaptable, and yeah, and I don't plan on treating this game any differently, except especially in the succeeding part. Okay, so he's going to be able to adapt to change. At the end of the day, either he's going to be in the final three, or he's going to be an early boot pre-jury, and he could be someone who could play a shot in the dark, maybe. Who knows? Next is Ellie Scott. Ooh, okay, let's go. Okay, Ellie is a 31-year-old from Salt Lake City, Utah, and is a clinical psychologist. Interesting. All right, she was originally from Atlanta, Georgia, and she likes rock climbing. I might probably just stop using the Nah, I'll probably use the hobbies anyways. She's apparently clever, perceptive, and authentic. Okay, so she's gonna try to be true to herself in this game. Hmm. Will that actually work? Authenticity can help you win, but it can also bite you in the butt as well. Really, the only way someone can earn a spot on my bad side is by being inconsiderate or intentionally hurtful to others. Social injustice and discrimination make my blood boil. I will always speak up when I observe it, even if it gets me into trouble. Okay, she's a standard liberal. I don't know why I keep thinking politics today. Sometimes when I think about like some of the stuff I'm reading, I don't know. I keep thinking liberal, leftist, rightist, conservative. I don't know why. Is Survivor getting political now? I don't think they mean to, but I keep thinking. But I think she's just being. She hates discrimination, and especially with the racial climate going on, that makes sense. It makes a lot of sense to mention that as well because race will always go is always going to be an issue. I'm sorry to say, but I think race will always become an issue because there's I don't but and I guess it is our job to talk about this stuff. But anyways, guys, let's go back to reading where we her her accomplishments. She's proud of being persistent in education despite challenges when it came to apply for college. My high school advisor told me I would be wasting my time and money if I enrolled, but I had a deep desire to study psychology so that I could work towards helping families out. Oh, so she is underestimated. So that's insane. she could use that to her advantage. I was accepted to a program for students with lower GPAs and our standardized test scores, with a contingency that I had to make A's in all of my first semester classes. After meeting this requirement, I realized how good it felt to do well in school, show up to my class, and try hard at things that were challenging. I graduated college early with a 3.89 GPA and proceeded to earn a 4.0 GPA in all of my master's and doctoral courses. Okay, so she's a smart player. I could totally see her make it to the final three. Maybe become a runner up because and potentially lose to her ally, but you never know. What is something we would never know from looking at you? Most people don't know that I'm creative and artsy. She loves to write, paint, new crafts. Ah, her heroes are her abuelos, her maternal grandparents, because of their ability to persevere through adversity. Uh, there seems, yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Which past survivor will you play your game most? Oh, another Kim Spradlin fan. Interesting. But I also realized that she had a lot of luck and circumstances on her side during her first season. That's true. Kelly Wentworth is an example of how I will play if I find myself without such luck. Okay, so her gameplay is going to be a lot more like Kelly Wentworth. I would have to guess. But, you know, I think she could get lucky. She's scrappy and crafty and would be fighting up to the last moment to find idols. I can also see myself playing a social and strategic game like Suri. People see me as caring and nurturing so that I will be afforded more room to subtly manipulate and push for my best interests without turning people against me. I'd also feel proud to play a game and grow in the same way that Sarah Lucina did across her seasons. So some strong women, nice. I will outwit using my natural social skills and cutthroat strategy. People will trust, share info, and be disarmed by me, which will make me dangerous. I am coming into the game with the understanding that Survivor is a world with a different set of social norms, so my mindset will shift away from psychologist ethics and toward survivor ethics. I will outplay with my natural competitive athleticism and tenacity. I will not give up in this new era. Advantages are key. Okay, so she's going to be an advantage hunter. She could, hmm, if she can play her cards right, I think she can make it pretty far, even potentially to the final tribal council. Now, do I think she's going to be a potential winner? I think she might get shown up by someone who's played a better game, maybe? That's where how I think. And I will outlast by moving towards small goals. Okay, I know I will know when to strike and when to lay low. I will be sneaky. Hmm. Okay, and she will also adapt to the game as well. That's going to be interesting. I do think she has a good shot of messing up, but if she can get lucky, I think she can make it to the end. Next is Gio Bustamante. Hmm. Another person from Honolulu, Hawaii. He's a 35-year-old who is a project manager. Hmm. All right, let's see. Okay, he likes hiking, traveling, and diving, and he's adaptable, hardworking, and resilient. So he's going to be a contributor to the tribe. So another person who doesn't like laziness and doesn't have common courtesy. And yeah, he's proud of learn English because English is his second language. I grew up in the hood and was homeless for a period of time. Oh wow, some serious backstory right there. The accomplishment that I am most proud of is graduating with my associate's degree with a 4.0 GPA. Wow, nice. Apparently, he grew up shy, quiet, and in my head, which made me a thinker and very analytical. People don't People also don't see me that if they mess or compete with me, they will lose. Oh wow. So he is underestimated. A whole new alter ego comes out that turns into a beast during any competition. Okay, so Geo is going to be a physical threat in this game. Potentially. Who is your hero and why? My husband is my hero because he is everything I have. He motivates me and has encouraged me through so much. He is also in the military, so he's a real hero in life. Oh, well, tell him I said thank you for your service. Anyways, Which past survivor would you like to play the game most? So it's going to be a mixture of Cochrane and Boston Rob. So, okay, that's a pretty good strategy. Though I will say, playing games when it comes to everyone in general, playing like other people, that's a little. It will. It kind of makes the game stale. You gotta play your own game, you know. But anyways, why do you believe you can be the sole survivor? Because in life, I am already a survivor. In life, I did not have the luxuries to mess up and have people help me. In life, I struggled and fought hard for everything I've accomplished. I have the fire in me and the willpower to show the world that I deserve to win and will not let anything or anyone get in my way. I'm ready for this, and I will not let this opportunity of a lifetime go to waste. The world will get to see that Gio Bustamante has arrived, and I will win. He is determined. I think he could do pretty good. I think he could help lead his teams to victory, though his physical attributes could potentially make him a threat later on. And for those that have been watching Big Brother 24, Michael has done a physical threat. Michael Bruner, a physical threat from Big Brother 24, has become very powerful in challenges, and this could come back to bite him. So hopefully Gio knows what he's doing and makes sure that he's able to cover up his bases. Now, as for how he will do in the game, I think he can make it to jury, and and he might be able to survive elimination. Maybe survive like there's a, if if Gio gets lucky, he might not even have to go to tribal until jury. But you can never be too sure. But anyways, the next is James Jones. He's from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and he's an event planner. Oh, nice. He's 37. Cool. Oh, come on, this thing, go away. All right. Anyways, he loves curating events, finding the best cocktails in the city, and reading and writing. Okay, that's a little interesting. He's confident, casual, and self-aware. So he's not. He might not be afraid to speak up for himself. So he hates bad customer service and pushy salespeople. What is the accomplishment you're most proud of? Winning the United States Chess Open, largest chess tournament in the USA, for my rating bracket when I was 12. You are playing against grown people, and I won $1,200. That was like 100K to me at the time. It gave me confidence that I could do almost anything. He won a chess match? Wow. At 12 years old, that is impressive. That is insane. He grew up in the church. I was an usher and sang the choir from age 6 to 17. Wow. My dad was a deacon and my mom was a deaconess. I had a deep faith, but it is my own faith. I don't talk about it a lot, but I am a big believer. So he doesn't talk about it a lot, but he is religious. Okay, using religion to guide yourself through life. Hey, I mean it had hey, it helped him to win a chess tournament, so hey, so we right now, as of right now, it looks like James might be trying to play as a smart player. Okay. His hero is his mom. She overcame a lot to me and gave me the foundation to be the person that I am today. Made sure to be raised in a safe house. Yeah, took me to black history workshops as a child and I had a sense of self worth. He went to church to develop a moral compass. Oh yeah, that makes sense because church religion is supposed to symbolize peace and good people and all that. She made sure I got to the best public school in the city, then made sure I could travel the country as a middle schooler playing chess. She passed away 5 years ago, and as I grew older, I grew to admire her more every day. So he's going to be playing the game like Sandra's. Anyone but me will always be my strategy, as long as I see a path to the end and I am with people or have people in which I trust. If I don't have that trust, I will be an agent of chaos Russell with charm. I am playing to win, not for seventh place. True. So he's going to be a backstabber. Hmm. He's a smart player. I think he could pull this off. Do I think he can win? Actually, I kind of think he can win. Originally I was thinking, he wasn't gonna make it to jury, but looking at literally like all this, I think he has a great shot at winning. So I think James might be the one to look out for. I could be wrong, but hey, I want to out for him. Okay, why do you believe you can be the sole survivor? I thrive and find a certain comfort in chaos. Managing events at a club on a Friday night, anything can happen, of course. But whatever issues pop up, you have to handle. That takes interpersonal skills if it is dealing with people. And it takes general problem solving skills when dealing with a venue. And you still have to make sure everyone at your party has a great time. Yeah. So James is someone I'm going to look out for sure. Anyways, next is Janine Zhang. All right, Janine. Let's look at her. She's a 24-year-old from San Francisco, California, and she's a UX designer. Okay, her favorite hobby is backpacking, photography, and running. Bonus points if it leads to sleeping under the stars. Oh, nice. 3 words to describe you: green, green, green. What? I have never heard people use a color to describe them. Green. What? Oh my god. Both in that I absorb all new experiences slash information around me and I am environmentally conscious. Okay. Yeah. Um Empathetic and witty. More I feel like I'm getting more left wing vibes. But, maybe that's just me. Maybe she just cares about the environment. God damn it, I need to stop thinking politics for a second. Anyways, pet peeves: being mansplained to people on their phones while you're hanging out. Damn it, I'm thinking left again. Frick! What is my accomplishment you're most proud of? They forgot to bold that one. The body of work that I am most proud of is my senior thesis, which bridges my two majors of environmental science and visual arts. They are two departments that have never worked together as a double major, and it took a lot of initiative to create my own syllabus and thesis which addresses both. The thesis is a true reflection of me of my equal passions in sustainability and art. Interesting. What is something we would never know from looking at you? People often assume I'm extroverted because I'm very effusive and engaged, especially when meeting someone for the first time, but I'm definitely an introvert and need time alone to recharge. Hey, a fellow introvert! Her hero is her father, who paved the way for her family and their lives as they know it. He grew up. Okay, so her father was a sweet potato farmer from China, and he came to the U.S. to complete a PhD in genetics. Ooh, biotechnologies to increase yields for. Oh, that is very good. To say I admire his tenacity, discipline, and work ethic is an understatement. Okay, so Janine also aspires to play the game like Kim Spradlin. She worked to control the game based on personal relationships, convinced everyone on the tribe that they could trust her, and she straddled the perfect balance of executing huge game moves without being pegged as the mastermind. And is feminism at its finest. Damn it, I think she's a Democrat. Damn it, this fourth or fifth time I keep thinking of politics on a player. This. I'm crazy. Oh my god. Also, Andrea Belke, because she is outdoorsy, carried her weight, and manipulated people while staying likable. Given the evolution of the game, I see the winner as having to sit between multiple trust clusters and having the intuition to know when to rely or on which. Oh god, come on which at any given moment. I could sit in that position and juggle the nuances of my different alliances. Okay, so she's also athletic and yeah, she's really has a real strong suit in my outwit proportion. So she's gonna be try to be strong all around as a reason as to why she's gonna win the game, which will allow me to be ahead of the curve in terms of move. I'll make my own move so that at the tribal council there will be no question of whether or not I played actively and assertively. Hmm. How do I think she's gonna do? Hmm. Honestly, I don't know. She might make it to mid jury at most. I think I don't know. I think she could potentially be an early boot. Hmm. I think she might overplay her cards, but I don't know. She could potentially overplay her cards, and I think that could be her downfall. We'll see what happens. Next is Jesse Lopez, from a 30-year-old from Durham, North Carolina, who has a PhD in political science. Damn it! I was thinking about I've been talking about politics throughout this entire video so far. Ugh, what is wrong with me? Okay. His favorite hobbies are playing chess with his son, dancing with his daughter. This. Oh my god dang it, come on. Are you serious? Binge watching shows with my wife after the chess player and dancer fall asleep. Again, yeah. And the three words to describe him are aware, ambitious, and unbreakable. His pet peeves are quitters, people who complain about things that aren't willing to change, and personalized license plates. Personalized license plates. That's weird. But his biggest accomplishment is that the family I've built with my wife. Oh, hey, that's pretty good. Every day I get to watch my kids actually be kids and grow at their own pace. That's something that I never had and I always wanted. It doesn't matter what else I've done or end up doing. Building a family with my wife takes the cake. That's pretty nice. I think that's a pretty good accomplishment. Yeah. What is something we would never learn from you? I do research at Duke. You don't look at me and see a scholar, as Biggie says, though. I'm sicker than your average. His wife is his hero. She's been with me every step of the way, and I had to make the same sacrifices and had to make the same sacrifices as me to get here. She juggles the weight of both kids, my stresses, as well as her own, and still manages to maintain her composure. She's got no fear and has always pushed me to do better. I could go on, but at the end of the day, I just want to make her proud. Nice. Which past survivor will you play the game most? I'm basically Spencer or Christian, David versus Goliath. If they got jumped into a gang of 15, I'm definitely bringing an academic mindset to the end because I've spent more hours thinking about how people vote than Sandra and Boston Rob combined. At the same time, I wasn't raised in an ivory tower and have been around the block enough to know that there is stuff textbooks can't teach you about people and in life. Yeah, I think I remember seeing the Survivor preview that he was in crime at some point. I'm not sure if this is the guy, but yeah, the Survivor 42 43 preview, sorry. And yeah. Anyways, why do you believe you can be the sole survivor? I've researched voting behavior for years. I don't care if I'm out there with someone who's never missed an episode of Survivor or someone who's played 3 times. They ain't gonna hold a candle to me strategically, but I'm also non academic by nature and have gone from being a gang member that yet to dealing with Harvard level researchers on a daily basis. So I can adapt to any environment and build relationships with anyone. Wow. The political science major, and he hasn't even mentioned politics as much as some of the others have so far. Pretty nice. Now, as for how Jesse is gonna do, honestly, I don't know. Really, to be honest with you, he's gonna try to play a smart social game. I think he could be a good physical threat and a strategic threat as well. I'd say it's a little too early for me to predict how he's gonna do, honestly, in my honest opinion. I think we'll have to wait and see what happens with him. You know. Next is Justine Brennan, a 29-year-old from Marina Del Rey, California, and she's a cybersecurity saleswoman. Ooh, that's epic. But anyways, her favorite hobbies are cooking, oil painting, and golfing. So I already think she's gonna be like a smart player. But yep, she describes herself as witty, self-sufficient, and resourceful. Interesting. So she's going to be a good social and strategic player. She's gonna try to be a good social and strategic player, anyways. Okay, her pet peeves are when people walk slowly right in front of you, when you open the door for someone and they don't say thank you, and when people are passive aggressive. Hmm. Do I think Justine will get into a fight? Maybe. There's a good chance she might get into a fight. Who knows? What is the accomplishment you're most proud of? My parents let me borrow their 20-year-old Lexus SUV a few years back, and I immediately ran the passenger door into a 4 foot tall concrete pole by making a sharp turn to the right and not seeing it in my blind spot. To fix the destroyed door would have cost more money than the car was worth. So I looked at websites of a few junkyards, found one that had a 2000 gold Lexus LX 470, bargained it down from $750 to $400 to install a new door on Thanksgiving Day. Aside from the passenger window now being tinted, it was like the accident never happened. Wow. So I think she could get away with lying. Hmm. Honestly, she could potentially make it far. I think she could make be part of some epic blindsides. What is something we would never know from looking at you? I think a lot of people think that I am an unathletic girly girl, but my dad raised me to be the son he never had. I grew up racing dirt bikes and growing up fishing debris, and at my high school traditional junior versus senior girls powder puff football game, I put a girl in a headlock and tackled her to the ground. There's photo evidence. Oh my god, so she's going to be a physical threat. Her hero is her dad. He's the reason why she's athletic. Hmm. All right, basically the same thing. He's same as the last question. So yeah, he's the reason I'm in tech sales. That's interesting. Really. So what does she want to play her game most like? Either Kelly Wentworth or Joe England. Joe was an insane competitor at individual challenges, but he proved himself to be a necessary part of the tribe with how resourceful he was. Both were generally likable people to their tribes. It's necessary to perform things like blindsides in order to keep yourself in the game. But I think Kelly and Joe both played in a lawful enough way that there wasn't anywhere near they were anywhere near as manipulative as other people like Sandra or Tony. Why do you believe you can be the sole survivor? In sales, I have to outwit people every day. It helps having a high EQ, and I've always been way more emotionally intelligent than book smart. Emo Okay, so her emotional intelligence is going to be high, so she's going to be able to find social cues, and yeah, that's a huge attribute when interacting with other tribe members. Having a psychology degree and being in sales gives me great people skills. Put me in a room of strangers and we'll leave as friends. I'm good at connecting with people and make them feel comfortable enough to trust me, which is key in a game like Survivor. A strong competitor, don't judge my size, I will never give up. I'm that stubborn, I don't like losing. I think she could make it pretty far, but I think she could end up facing a downfall, like maybe the final six or final five, by overplaying her hand, by by an accidental slip up. But I think she can make it pretty far. Maybe not in the final three. Maybe in the final three if she plays her cards right and goes on a challenge streak. It could happen with her. I think she could pull that off. Maybe. Okay, next is Carla Cruz Godoy, a 28-year-old from Newark, Delaware, and is an educational project manager. Okay, she's likes traveling, brunching, and karaoke. She's ambitious, gregarious, and adaptable. Okay, she hates tardiness, pessimism, and slow drivers. Okay, so she is very positive about the future. Okay, what is the accomplishment you're most proud of? My parents are Mexican immigrants who became teenage parents at the age of 16, which led me to grow up in a low income community where college was only a dream. Fortunately, school became a safe space for me where I felt loved, cared for, and seen. I recognized that through school I could follow my passions and, most importantly, get out of the hood. Another person from the hood, dang! People have gone through some tough lives. I'm proud to say that I'm the first in my family to graduate from high school and the first to graduate from college. And I did it all with a full ride scholarship from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation's Millennium Scholars Program. This queer Chicana did that. Yes, I am quoting it. And the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation? Wow, that is impressive. What is something we would never know from looking at you? She's competitive and an overachiever. Hmm. Her hero is her grandfather, Elizabeth Godoy. Elizabeth? Maybe I'm saying it wrong. What? Elizabeth. Okay. Oh god. He immigrated to the U.S. from Chilpancingo, Guerrero, Mexico, to provide a better life for his family, and he instilled strong educational values. And he loves his family. Okay, so education is pretty important to her. Makes sense. And for she's gonna play her game most like Cerie Fields, another Cerie fan, because Cerie was a social and analytical player and well-rounded, loved by all, and she knew when to stir the pot, and she knew how to keep a strong social game that could take her to the end. Physically, and she's physically strong, so I'll use that as an added advantage. So yeah, she's gonna try and play a well-rounded game. She's the reason why she can be sole survivor is because she's adaptable, resilient, gregarious, and my ancestors have my back. Okay, I'm confident in my social game that I'll build relations across differences and get along with just about anyone. With my wife and family in my heart and thoughts, I know I will make it to the end. Hmm. I have this weird feeling that she's gonna be an early boot. Hmm. I have a weird feeling that we're gonna see a weakness that we don't know of just yet, sooner or later, and I think she might get early booted because of it. It's this weird. I don't know why I'm thinking this. It's my gut telling me. My gut's been wrong a lot before, but hey, it's weird. It's weird how my mind works. Anyways, next is Lindsey Carmine, a 42-year-old from Downingtown, Pennsylvania. And she's a pediatric nurse. Okay, this is really interesting. She, she loves volunteering, traveling, reading, exercising, and any all outdoors and spending time with family and friends. She's got a lot of hobbies. Wow. She's relentless, another resourceful person, and has compassion. She hates people that cut in line, of course. She hates smacking gum and when people play video games on their phone and don't put their phone on silent. Oh, yeah, we've all been there. What is the accomplishment that you're most proud of? I never strayed from my goals, even when people tried to tell me my expectations were too high. The common assumption is that you can have it all, just not all at once. I'm here to show that you can. I look around at this life and I very intentionally created for myself and our family and think, what if I had listened to everyone and just stopped dreaming? I wouldn't have any of this. Okay, so she is an underestimated player, which she can use to her advantage. And what is something we would never know from looking at you? People are most likely surprised at how competitive I am, especially as I get older. It's as if people think I should have outgrown that phase in my life by now. I come across as non threatening. Okay, another one of these people. Alright, cool. And it's very intentional on my part. This is going to help me in the game. So she's going to try and leverage all she can. Hmm, do I think she can win? Honestly, I think she has a good shot at winning. I don't know why. I think she could have a shot. But if she messes, I think she'll be in early, only be an early boot if she messes up, which I think is less likely, but you never know. Who is your hero and why? Healthcare providers, specifically my coworkers and nursing school best friends, who I relied on for strength and support while I cared for COVID patients during the pandemic. Wow. Her hero is Natalie due to mental and physical strength, Sarah for strategy, and Michelle for social. I think it's Natalie from Survivor 29, I think. Sarah from Survivor Cagayan and Game Changers, and Michelle Fitzgerald from Co Wrong. Excuse me. She believes that she could be the sole survivor because she has 20 years worth of reasons why. I have 20 years worth of reasons why I'm going to be the sole survivor. And going over them all at once would mean I probably wouldn't finish this video. But, anyways, yeah, I think she could potentially win as long as she doesn't mess up. Next is Mike Gabler. Hmm, dang. He's a 52-year-old from who's living in Meridian, Idaho, originally from Houston, Texas, and he's a heart valve specialist. Oh, so he's a big doc. He's an important doctor. He loves camping, hunting, fishing, and skiing. Looking at Mike, I think he's going to be an early boot. I think he might get lost, but I think I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let's read his descriptions. 3 words to describe you: intense, energetic, and fun. Pet peeves are unfairness in men and men in skinny jeans. His biggest accomplishment is his family, but it hasn't been easy. Life is busy and life is hard, but through hard work, dedication, and love, we've stayed together, overcome obstacles, and are strong. What is something we would never know from looking at you? As social as I am, I enjoy time alone. Hey, let me see if my video is still recording. Oh wow, it's been 45 minutes. Well, wow. Okay. As social as I am, I enjoy time alone. I am also sensitive the most. His hero is his father and is always there for us. He was also a Green Beret and a patriot. I'm getting conservative vibes, but guys. But which past survivor will you play? What? What the hell was that? What? What? I heard something. I heard something from my. I don't know what that sound was, but if I can only pick one, then I'd say Sandra. She was always in the right place at the right time. She had phenomenal strategies and gameplay. I have a feeling that he's going to be an early boot. And why do you believe you can be the sole survivor? Yes. That's my favorite answer. I do think he's going to be an early boot because I think people are going to see him as an easy target. However, maybe even a first boot. I don't know. But I love his answer. Yes. Why do you believe you can be the sole survivor? Yes. Like, that's it. That is my favorite answer. It stands out from everyone else. I love it. I really hope I'm wrong, but about Mike being the first to go, but you never know. Next is Mariah Young, a 28-year-old from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and she's a teacher. She loves shopping, creating content. Oh, she's a content creator, nice, and she loves traveling. She's colorful, energetic, and joyful, so she could bring some positive vibes, but that could also end up making her really annoying later on. She hates negative Nancy's, Debbie Downers, and bullies. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Her biggest accomplishment in her life is the life that I'm building with my fiance. I'm proud of being a teacher. I'm proud of making it through college and opening my selfie museum. She's got a selfie museum? What? And she's got rainbow hair. I have never seen someone with rainbow hair before. So that's going to be interesting. What is something we would never know from looking at you? That I am terrified of clowns. I think that clowns is it's understandable because of the 2016 clown craze that has happened. That would make sense. Who's your hero and why? I'm my own hero. Okay, I love this answer. I save myself each and every time, but my mom is the ultimate hero because now that I'm all grown up and she's no longer here, I realize how much she truly persevered. I love the fact how she starts with she's her own hero and then slowly goes to her mom. Which past survivor will you play the game most like? James from like Big Brother. No. Survivor 15 6. Survivor China and Micronesia. All right. Don't bite the apple. Stay true to your alliance as best as you can and stick it out to the end. Why do you believe you can be the sole survivor? There isn't anything in the world that I cannot accomplish. My mindset has gotten me to finish the line at all my dreams. Plus, I'm super lovable and not an immediate threat. Hmm. With her, I think she could be an early boot because people are going to see her as weak. But I don't know if she's going to be able to pull it off. But hey, we'll see what happens. Next is Neka Ijer. Okay, let's see. I want a 43-year-old from Weatherford, Texas, and she's a pharmacist. She loves traveling, biking, and cooking, and she's joyful, hardworking, and trustworthy. She hates mediocrity and laziness. She's proud of her family, and her husband and she have made it through some rough times and have 3 children. Oh, that's pretty nice. Another person who believes family is their biggest accomplishment. Cool. What is something that we would never know from looking at you? how tough, resilient, and determined I can be. Hmm, she's tough and resilient. Who is your hero and why? My dad, he has accomplished so much. He overcame so many obstacles from childhood through his adult years and not only thrived but brought so many people along with him to ensure he ended the cycle of poverty that would have plagued the extended family otherwise. She wants to play her game most like Suri because she loves to connect and do so easily. I will play hard without seeming too on the surface. She believes she can be the best solo survivor player because she believes that she can accomplish anything she sets her mind to. She wants to influence other people's decisions, and they'll think it was their idea the whole time. Okay, so she's gonna play a game more like Marianne from Survivor 42, who was the winner of that season. Hmm, interesting. I believe that anything worth doing is worth doing well, so I give 100% always. With that being said, if she can play her cards right, I think she could potentially make it to the end. I think this is another one of those people who where she's either going to be an early boot or make it to the end. Actually, I don't know. I kind of think she could make it to the merge. Honestly, I think she could go into an all girls alliance and stick it from there. That's what my that's what my gut is telling me. Next next is Noelle Lambert, a 25-year-old from Manchester, New Hampshire. She's a US Paralympian. Oh wow, she's got a bionic leg. Okay, she's her favorite hobbies are snowboarding, traveling, and hanging with friends. She's tenacious, ongoing, and determined. She hates lazy people, so drives them phony people. Hmm. I wonder how she's gonna do. I think Noelle's gonna be end up getting emotional at some point because during the series because I think someone might mention the whole disability thing. I think someone might, but I don't know who. But yeah. Anyways, her biggest accomplishment was that after her leg was amputated in 2016, I never let it define me. Her leg got amputated. Damn, that sucks. I returned playing Division One lacrosse, and in just 2 years, I made the Tokyo Paralympic track and field team to set a new American record in the 100-meter dash. Wow. What is something we would never know from looking at you? Something people don't think when they see me is that I am a tremendous athlete. What a lot of people see when they look at me is my prosthetic, and they feel sorry for me and doubt my capabilities, and that is their first mistake. Yeah, that makes sense. Her hero is her mom because she is her best friend, motivation, and everything she aspires to be. She is the most selfless and caring person I know, and I would not be where I'm at today if it wasn't for her. She's gonna play her game most like Kelly Wentworth on her second season. Her tribe mates didn't think she was a big threat, but she found hidden immunity isles and created blind sides to further herself in the game. Oh, so she's gonna be looking for idols. She's gonna be an idol finder. That's gonna be huge. I have the that. I think she could be a big threat, but I think she's gonna be the one to find advantages for the season, and that's what's gonna get her to go far. Why do you believe you can be the sole survivor? I have the ability to form friendships easily, and I will use that to my advantage to go far in the game. I'm also good at strategizing and adapting to an ever changing environment. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make it to the end. If you present me the impossible, I will overcome it. I think she could make it pretty far, but with her idol, if she overplays her idol finding capabilities, she could get I think she could barely get screwed at the end. I think she might miss the final three. I think she might get fourth place. That's what I think. That's what I'm thinking. Three more. Wow. There are only three more people. I can't believe it. How long have we been going this for now? 54 minutes. Wow. Next is Owen Knight, from a 29-year-old from New Orleans, Louisiana, and is a college admissions director. Right. Cool. He's 30 years old. His favorite hobbies are backpacking, hiking, video games, taking and coaching fitness classes. Wow. He's loyal, charismatic, and passionate. Okay, so the loyalty part. Hmm. Let's hope he can use that the right way. Pet peeves are people who are entitled and people who don't know what to do at a four-way stop. Oh yeah, yeah. That could be annoying. His biggest accomplishment is being named as an admission director at my age is rare. To be named director at my alma mater reminds me that the grind has been worth it and that people have noticed how dedicated and genuinely invested I am. Wow. What is something we would never know from looking at you? That I'm a great public speaker and use my people skills to work at every day. Asian men certainly have unfair stereotypes associated with them, and I do not fit that mold. Oh yeah, yeah, Owen. Yeah, Owen makes a good point. I don't get why people have these stereotypes with Asian men like us. It's insane. He played football in high school, was rush chair for my fraternity, and can entertain a room of 800 people. I use my EQ more than my IQ on an average day. And emotional. Okay, another person who uses EQ as well. That's crazy. Who is your hero and why? My parents, they are fun, kind, hardworking, and dedicated to one another. They're more active and social than I am. They gave me a life that anyone would dream of when they adopted me as a baby. Oh, he was adopted. Damn. And they have supported me in every endeavor I have taken on. I owe them everything and want to make them proud. He wants to play his game most like Adam Klein to keep his threat level low, have good relationships with everyone, and was his authentic superfan self. Why do you believe you can be the sole survivor? I can win Survivor because I'm an unassuming triple threat. Socially, I'm likable and take a genuine interest in people. I make people feel like I'm invested in them because I actually am, and physically, I am athletic enough to be an asset early in the game. However, nobody's going to mistake me for Ozzy and view me as a threat to go on an individual immunity run. Strategically, I am a Survivor super duper fan and have seen every season and watched the international versions. Okay, so he is a big super fan of the game. I've studied this game and know what works and what doesn't. Most importantly, I'm pretty self aware and know that I need to play my own game to go with the flow as the game develops. Hmm. I think he's either going to make it to the middle of the jury, somewhere at Final 8 or 7, or become an early boot. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. I think he might become an early boot if the tribe views him as unpredictable, but if he can survive, I think he can make it to the final 8 or 7. But I think he could potentially be blindsided. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, the second to last person, Ryan Medrano, a 24-year-old from El Paso, Texas, and is a warehouse associate. All right, let's see what you like and what you don't like. He's from He is originally from Savannah, Georgia. He likes fishing, hiking, and carpentry, and is charismatic, ongoing, and humorous. He hates bullies, laziness, and self entitlement, like most people, so I think he'll get along with a lot of people fine. His biggest accomplishment was his connection that he made with his mother after her stroke. Okay, I helped her to understand that just because she was the same as before didn't mean she couldn't live a full life. She just had to approach things from her new profound perspective. Hmm. Oh, he was born 3 months early with mild cerebral palsy. Doctor said I would never walk, but after 4 years of therapy, I was finally able to. Wow, cerebral palsy? That sucks. Who's your hero and why? My father. He helped us. He helped raise us while fighting for our own country and putting 110% into both. Oh, so he was a veteran. Interesting. He wants to play a survivor game like Rupert. I like the way he provided food for his tribe, which helped them keep their strength for the challenge. Okay, so he's going to be playing more of a team game rather than an individual game. I could totally see him as an early boot. He thinks he can be sole survivor because he's a triple threat. I can socialize easily and am naturally strong and quick in puzzles. So he's going to be a mental threat. I'm great at forming bonds and can influence others like with a silver tongue. I have a great resolve to do what needs to be done to earn the $1 million. I think he's going to be an early boot because I think unless if the tribe unless the tribe values food, which food is very important in Survivor because you don't just get free handouts. He might be able to stay, but I don't think he's going to make it to jury. I don't know why. I gut feeling. And lastly is Sammy Layati, a 19-year-old pet cremator Oh wow, that is dark. From Las Vegas, Nevada. He likes sports, fitness, and journaling, and he is unpredictable, tenacious, and indecisive. Oh, so he could potentially be a swing voter for crucial eliminations. That's insane. His pet peeves are excuses, laziness, being woken up before noon on weekends. Alright, sorry guys, I just needed to make sure this video is still recording. What is the accomplishment that you're most proud of? Probably getting my Eagle Scout because I struggled mightily with completing merit badges and often took 3 or 4 classes to get them. To finally receive it made me proud of myself. Okay, what's something we would never know from looking at you? My background is very culturally diverse, with my father being an immigrant from Morocco. Wow. Who's your hero and why? My grandpa, Dale Donald Mann, because he is the hardest working man I have ever known, and he always made sure I knew what was most important: family. He was an amazing husband to my grandmother. Seeing him build their relationship upon love and trust taught me so much about how to love somebody, and he understood me more than anybody else ever has. When I would tell him about my insecurities and self doubt, he would help me understand how those things are actually strengths. I knew I could always count on my grandpa, and I want to make him smile from up there. Ah. He wants to play his game most like, okay, another Kelly Wentworth fan. Man, there's a lot of Kelly Wentworths. And, yeah, other players. Man, there's a lot of big names out there. Well, yeah, some names have become much more consistent than others, and yeah, it's insane. What I admire and take away from Wentworth's game is that she never gave up until her torch was snuffed. And even when she was clearly in the bottom, she not only found ways to climb up, but she made everybody think she was oblivious and not smart enough to foil the foolproof plan they had. Why do you believe you can be the sole survivor? Because I do not allow myself to not know what is going on with those around me. I am too conversationally and emotionally experienced with people to be unaware of my standing in the game at all times, and I am too determined and hungry to get comfortable. Everybody that I meet grows a heart on their sleeve after I speak with them for 20 minutes, and my competitors on the island will be no different. Oh, I think he's going to be an early boot. I think everyone is ready to play the game the way it is, and yeah, I think he will be an early boot. So my final thoughts on this, yeah, I think this is a pretty decent cast. I'm looking out for James right now, as well as Lindsey Carmine as well. So yeah. Anyways, guys, hopefully that's it for now. I hope you all have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.